I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Global Book Network, we're taking a poetic and emotional voyage with a terrific author and poet. Her name is E.A. Reining, and she has penned a wonderful book. It is called From the Ocean to the Stars. This evocative collection captures the essence of sorrow, acceptance, and self-discovery as the author turns her life journey into lyrical beauty. If you've ever searched for healing through words, this book offers a soulful companion through life's tides and transformations. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her on TV today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Dusty.
Hi.
Good to hear from you today. Wanted to talk to you about your book. This is such a beautiful poetic journey. What was the inspiration behind it? Is this a collection of poems you composed over a number of years, or did you write it specifically for this book?
There's a number of years of life.
Yeah. When did you start writing some of these poems? So this book of poems is basically the poems of your life, right?
My life and my experiences being alive, what you see on the news, what people go through, how you believe. It's just living. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. I know it's like asking to choose among children, but do you have a favorite poem in this collection?
I never actually thought about whether I had a favorite poem or not. But I do have one that's kind of ornery and fun called Harry's Tale, and I really like that one.
Okay, and what's Harry's Tale about? Remind us.
Harry's Tale is a fiction, of course. It's about a woman who finds out that her husband is cheating on her, and she decides she's going to end him.
Wow.
Funny.
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. Now, your book also touches on sadness and acceptance. Talk to us a little bit about those poems and how writing perhaps helps you process some of those emotions.
To be perfectly honest, writing has kept me sane all of my life. I have been through numerous marriages, numerous divorces, heartache, beating, cheating. I have seen it all. And I wanted to make sure that even though everyone hears the struggles that I've been through, that my friends have been through, that children have been through, that there is still that touch with God. And it just keeps me going to write it down.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure it helps you think better, think more clearly, evaluate the situations, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, amazing. Are you still writing now? Do you still write poetry even today?
Oh, absolutely. I have one of those brains that never stops. I've got another book coming out called In Retrospect, and I probably have, and I'm not kidding, right now, so that book is published, another 1,600 poems.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's amazing. So you've got a lot of poems for a lot of books if you decide to publish those books and publish those poems. Wonderful, wonderful. The title of your book seems to suggest transformation. Is that what these poems are mostly about? Transformation as we age, as we mature, as we grow, as we learn?
I'm sure it could be taken that way. But when I first picked the name for that book, I wanted something that showed range because I go from funny to sad to religious to political, and I wanted something that stretched. So I thought From the Ocean to the Stars gave me all that room to stretch in.
Absolutely, yeah. From the ocean to the stars are about as far apart as you can get. So I do understand that it shows the range and the range of your poetry, of course. That's wonderful. What do you hope readers feel as they experience your poems?
That they're not alone.
Yeah, that
Sometimes we feel like nobody sees us.
right.
And I want people to understand that there are so many of us out there that feel the same way.
Yes. Yeah, that shared experience is such an important part of writing, whether it's poetry or prose, to know that other people are going through what you've gone through and survived it, It's kind of empowering that way, don't you think?
I hope so.
Yeah, without a doubt. And was there any piece of poetry that you found challenging to write that perhaps did not flow or perhaps was kind of painful to write about?
Yes, there was this moment. I'll be perfectly honest, I've written many, I can't remember the name of it. But my daughter, when she was very, very young, um, really early middle school, had a friend who lived down the street. And she came home and she said, Mom, she said, my friend killed himself. That was real hard to write and get through because they were so very young. And I didn't know the parents, so I really felt like I couldn't impose on them, But it was so empty.
That's heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, tragedy for your daughter, a tragedy for that family as well. And it's hard to put into words, but through some suffering, through some labor, you were actually able to do that. And I'm sure that was probably comforting to your daughter as well. Did you share that poem with her at the time?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
yeah. She was really touched by it.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Who do you usually share your poems with when you write them? Is it your daughter?
Oh, my daughter, husband, I have given many, many poems away that I've written specifically for a moment about something someone was going through. So a lot of people have seen and shared my work.
That's wonderful. Well, that's a beautiful gift to give a part of yourself, something you created. I think that's a very thoughtful gift indeed. So let's talk about some of the topics you touch upon in your poems. Go through some of them for me.
Okay. Well, there is politics, there is religion, there is suicide, there is death, there is people struggling, trying to get through a loss of some kind. There is little light-hearted ones, like one where I'm looking at hot air balloons, which I'm crazy about. Mm-hmm. There is the one with the lady who kills her husband. So that's what I meant by rain. It goes everywhere.
Yeah. One of the first topics you mentioned was politics. How do you make sense of what's happening in the United States over the last couple of decades? It seems politics is so polarized right now.
I could have said better myself. I'm praying that something will make a difference, something will change. And I want to speak out a moment and not be mean, but I have a poem in there about President Clinton. When my daughter was in school, still a young lady, all of this dirt came out about what went down with President Clinton. And I felt like I had to write a poem about that because people in politics don't realize when they do things and it becomes public, all of the young people hear this and they are ashamed of the people that we're trusting. It was really very irritating for me, and that's why that one real political poem came out. And there is one that is coming out that talks about how we do not take good enough care of the people that fight for our country. Mm-hmm. So if I get on a roll about something, I write it down. It felt like I'm real politically savvy. I don't want to watch all that stuff all the time. I just want the basics. But I don't want my children to grow up and see these people they're supposed to be proud of and not be proud.
Exactly. We've got the people that we're supposed to be proud of who get too much attention and who are sometimes disgraces, as Bill Clinton's behavior was back in the 90s. It was disgraceful. And then you have the American heroes who should be honored, should be revered, should be worshiped as heroes, and often they're ignored. So I think you make great points there.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, this is a terrific book, folks. It is called From the Ocean to the Stars. It is an evocative collection of poems that capture the essence of sorrow, acceptance, and self-discovery, as well as a myriad of other topics as well. And the author helps turn her life journey into lyrical beauty. If you've ever searched for healing through words, this book offers a soulful companion through life's tides and transformations. Dusty, thank you so much for joining us here today on GBN.
Oh, thank you too. And Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Thank you so much for your insight, your wisdom, and of course, your wit as well. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford for the Global Book Network. So long for now.